Hello, this is David Benign from Excel Consulting, and in this video I'm going to show you some PowerPoint must-know hybrid shortcuts. Are you ready? Let's go. So, let's say we want to create this same picture multiple times on the slide. What most people would do is they would right-click and copy, and then they would paste. Maybe they'd use the shortcuts to be a bit faster, but that is just too slow, and it doesn't do anything to keep the object in line or anything like that. So I'm going to show you the control trick. First the control, then the control shift trick. So if you click on any object, a text box, a picture, a table, whatever it is, hold down control and you drag, you actually create a duplicate of that object. Here I'm doing it multiple times. Alright. The other thing to say is that if you click on an object and hold shift as you drag it, then it keeps it in line. So here we can see I've got this kind of indicator that PowerPoint always gives me. If I hold shift, even if I move from right to left, it keeps it in line. Keeps it either vertical or horizontal, but it always keeps it in line. To the extent that in my PowerPoint career, it's very rare that I will ever drag an object and not hold down shift, because it's just that useful. So these are called hybrid shortcuts because it's a hybrid of holding down a key on the keyboard and using your mouse. So here I'm holding down shift and dragging with my mouse. In the other case, I'm holding control and dragging with my mouse. The other one is the combination. So click control, shift, and drag, and then you can create multiple objects at the same time, like that. So that's pretty quick. The only thing that it doesn't do is it doesn't allow uniform distribution between the objects very well. So I'm going to show you another trick later on, the duplicate trick, that will do that. Alright, so we've got a couple of shortcuts there. Another really vital one is the Alt key. So if you are moving objects around your screen, I'll zoom in and you'll see this better. They end up kind of jumping a bit. You see how that jumps around as I move it to try and align it to your objects? Often that's not what you want. If you hold down the Alt key as you do that, it makes it completely smooth and you can drag wherever, however you want. So that's really useful. Resizing is similar. So if you resize normally, then often, even if you use the diagonal ones, resizing allows you to distort the image, like here. Whereas if you hold down shift as you resize, it will always keep it in proportion. That's a really useful one there. I've got another video explaining how to draw and keep consistent with shift and resizing. But here I'm just showing you these hybrid shortcuts. So if you do control and you resize, and it makes it bigger in every direction, like that, distorts the image as well. However, if you use control shift and resize, it doesn't distort and does it bigger in 4 dimensions rather than just 2. Alt and resize. So resizing also jumps kind of there to try and align. If you hold down Alt, again, it makes it very smooth. None of those red lines, alterations, things like that. That's all of those. And here they are to summarize. So Alt, Shift, Control, drag, resize, and the arrow keys as well. So this is not quite a hybrid, but if you hold Alt and you use the arrow keys, it does rotation like that, which can be quite good. Shift and the arrow keys resizes in both dimensions. Control does nothing. Great. Alright, for the final trick, I'm going to show you this duplicate trick. So this is even faster for copy and pasting than the one we saw above, and it fixes the standard distribution as well. So in the Home tab, in Copy, you have a thing called Duplicate underneath. It has the shortcut Ctrl D, only in PowerPoint, but Ctrl D is very useful here. So I'm going to show you what that does. Click on an object, Ctrl D, and you get another one. Even people that know this trick don't know the main purpose of duplicate, which is it actually can memorize things as well. So I'm going to delete that, Ctrl D. If I immediately move it into position like this, PowerPoint will memorize the position. So if I go Ctrl D again, it will memorize the distance and always keep it in line like that. Pretty cool, eh? So you avoid the issue that we had here of even control dragging and not getting that consistent distribution there. Yeah, works with other objects as well, even with multi-select. All of these things I'm showing you work with multi-select. Control D, move them. It works in 2 dimensions as well. There you go. Really, really, really quick to do that. I use this trick quite a lot. I find it really, really good, for sure. All right, great. So that's the duplicate trick and the hybrid shortcuts. Thanks for watching.